Hello, thank you so much for joining me today for the Interviewing Techniques workshop. I'm Sierra Longmire, a graduating senior at NKU, and I'm a peer career assistant at Career Services, where I conduct mock interviews. On campus, Career Services is located in the University Center 225, and we are more than excited to help you with your career-related goals. You can reach out to the office to set up appointments via email or phone to connect with us, and that information is listed below. At Career Services, we have handouts and guides to assist you in your career-related goals. These yellow guides can be found right outside of the Career Services office in the University Center or on the Career Services website under the Students tab and then under Guides and Handouts on the left-hand side. This interviewing guide describes the types of interviews you may encounter, what employers want, how to prepare for the interview, and also what to do after the interview. There are sample questions to help you hone in on your interviewing skills. And there are other guides with robust information on topics such as job search strategies and resume and cover letter tips, and so much more. Employers have objectives when interviewing, such as seeing if the interviewee is a good fit for the company. It is also important to see if the company fits your personal values, goals, and aspirations, which emphasizes the importance of asking the employer questions at the end of the interview. Interviewing also expands upon the experiences contained in your resume and to provide information that is not in your resume, such as your personality and your oral communication skills. It also addresses concerns that negates the risk of hiring someone and it doesn't work out. Preparing for interviews is really important for your success and your confidence. You can start with knowing yourself. You can develop strengths, values, and interests based on the job description, and think about concrete examples for each that would display those strengths, and think about how this position fits into your short and long-term goals. It is also important to market yourself well. Ensure that your resume is in good shape, free of errors, and that your LinkedIn is representative of you and your professional presence. If not, email or call Career Services to get them reviewed. Know the organization that you are interviewing for. You can research the company and their products, services, and values on their website and also on LinkedIn. Today, we are going to review the different types of questions that you will get during an interview, such as small talk, open-ended, specific directive, and behavioral. First, small talk. Although it may not be seen as an official part of the interview starts as soon as you enter the place of work. Interacting with the front desk assistant is also seen as part of the interview, so being aware of current events will ease your nerves when it comes to small talk. Examples can be current events, sports, and the weather. Next are open-ended, non-directive questions. These questions are broad and usually help the interviewer know you as a person and as a potential employee. An example of these are tell me about yourself. To answer this question, there's an acronym called EEP that we use at Career Services. This stands for education, experience regarding your work experience, ideally in the industry that you're applying for, and passion. Why are you passionate about this industry? Next, why are you interested in working for an organization? It is crucial to research the organization beforehand to be able to identify how your career values align to the company. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Is in relation to education, job, and career goals. And lastly, why should we hire you? It can seem like a daunting question, but using concrete examples from your experience based on the specific job qualifications and skills for that particular position and what you can bring to the organization will set you up for success. So how would you answer some of these questions? Here are example answers. For the tell me about yourself question, an example could be, I'm a graduating senior at Northern Kentucky University with a major in psychology and a minor in marketing, and I'll be obtaining my master's at Purdue University in the fall. I have experience in aiding in student success as a second-year resident assistant in university housing and as a peer career assistant at NKU Career Services, where I conduct mock interviews. And throughout these experiences, I have realized that I have a passion for students and for helping students realize their true potential. An example answer for what is your greatest strength? My greatest strength is my strong work ethic. I've delved into numerous research opportunities during my undergraduate experience, one of which is my own thesis project in which I created, designed, and implemented my research to better myself as a student. And through that, I received the Research Excellence Award from NKU. Next, what is your greatest weakness? An example answer of this could be, I tend to be a perfectionist or self-critical. This can be a hindrance as I get wrapped up into perfecting the fine details. However, I'm overcoming this by balancing self-improvement with self-acceptance and rewiring my thoughts with realistic goals and hopes for myself. And lastly, why should I hire you? An example answer for this would be, I believe that I would be a great addition to the team, as I have extensive experiences working with and building rapport with undergraduate students. As a resident assistant, I have been the first source of counseling for a diverse group of students. As a peer career assistant, I have gained the experience with working with students one-on-one to help them achieve their goals. Throughout this experience, I have realized I'm a proponent of retention of students. And retention is the outcome of students feeling supported and heard on their campus. And I would love to aid in that in this position. Specific directive questions are focused and straightforward and related to the job, such as which computer programming languages do you have experience using, or what softwares are you familiar with? Lastly, behavioral questions are important as they help the employer understand your past behaviors to predict your future behaviors by asking for specific and real examples. They require much thought of previous experiences that you have had, so practicing behavioral questions is an important step in preparing for an interview. At Career Services, we have another acronym called CAR to help you answer behavioral questions. The C stands for context, or the background of the specific situation, such as the class project, job, position, and duties that were required of you during this situation. The A stands for action. What actions did you take to push the situation forward? And the R stands for results, which is the most important section as it shows the employer the results of the situation due to your actions and what you took away from the situation. An example of a behavioral question is, have you ever dealt with a difficult customer? A typical answer would be, yes, I currently work in a restaurant and we have difficult customers all the time. But this will not make you stand out amongst other interviewees. A better response is, yes, in my current job, I was a cashier one morning when a customer was very upset that the coffee he got from the drive-thru wasn't hot and he had to come into the lobby. I listened to his concerns and he apologized for his trouble. I promptly got him a new cup of coffee, which was very hot, and told my manager, who also refunded the customer's money. The customer seemed satisfied with her response and returns every week. Another example of a CAR answer for the question, when have you been faced with a difficult challenge and had to find a solution? An example could be, I was faced with a difficult challenge as a resident assistant in NKU's university housing when I was confronted by a resident who was struggling with their roommate. The roommate did not clean up after himself, would be disruptive, and the resident who approached me wanted to move to another room without mediation. I sat down with all of the roommates involved separately to truly understand the situation. I held a group mediation and a cleaning schedule for all of the roommates to understand each other, and the residents learned how to better live with someone who is different from them. Additional ways to prepare for your interview to bring you to success would be to write an outline of your answers. By doing outside research on sites such as Indeed on what questions could be asked, you'll be able to brainstorm possible answers in your field. Practicing with a friend or a family member will allow you to practice public speaking. and to answer those questions out loud. I recommend using Interview Stream, which is available on the Career Services website. It allows you to answer questions through a video format and to then go back and listen to your answers and learn how you can improve. And lastly, you can schedule a mock interview to gain more practice. If you have any questions on anything from interviewing to job search and resume reviews, you can live chat with us. Visit the website for the live chat hours. You can also view Career Spots videos, which are short clips and tips on interviewing, and those are located on the Career Services website as well. Thank you so much again for attending the Interviewing Techniques workshop. If there is anything that we can assist you with, please do not hesitate to connect with us at Career Services. Thank you again.